Hello, welcome to my channel. This time we're going to talk about the alleged dangers of the ketogenic diet. He has 5 things he wants to discuss. Now, these include low blood sugar, ketoacidosis, kidney stones, constipation, and nutrient deficiencies. It's all utter rubbish. I do apologize, but it is utter rubbish. First of all, you are not suffering from low sugar, hypoglycemia. No. You see, in order to process carbohydrates, your body hangs onto water. Carbohydrates require excessive amounts of water, so you can process them into sugar, glucose mainly, but all the other ones as well. And this gets you your insulin response. However, included in that water are your electrolytes, mainly magnesium, potassium, and sodium. All right, well, if you get rid of the carbs, you won't have the sugar, you won't have the insulin response, and naturally, being on keto, part of the problem that we want to solve is having too much insulin, and the goal is to flatline your insulin as much as you can get it there. Okay. Now, you have all this water, you've cut out the carbs, so you don't need this water. This water is now excessive. So what do? The body gets rid of it in the normal fashion, okay? But with the water goes the electrolytes. So what you're actually suffering from during adaptation, and you like to call it the keto flu, is caused by lack of electrolytes, not sugar. Your body is perfectly capable of making its own sugar. Don't worry about that. It's fine. In fact, sugar is so toxic, the body regulates it rigorously, very, very carefully. So you are losing your electrolytes. So what you do is you either take a magnesium tablet, or you take potassium salt and sprinkle it on everything you eat, or sodium salt and you sprinkle that on everything you eat. Okay? So you have the keto recommended, unless contraindicated because you have hypertension or something else. The keto recommended sodium level that you require is 5.5 grams per day. Okay? No. Salt is not a problem if you take sufficiently. Plus, because you're losing water and the electrolytes are there, it's best to take some water as well. You don't have to completely replace all that water, but what you want to do is you want to help your body maintain homeostasis. Okay? So, don't worry about feeling fatigued, headachy, tired, all the rest of that, cramps, getting all moody and nasty, tempered. Don't worry about that. Just, Dr. Phinney recommends those beef cubes that you can get in a jar, and you reconstitute it as beef broth or chicken broth. It's very salty, right? Well, that's the point. So, 2 cups of that reconstituted salty broth twice a day while symptoms last. And you're done. No big deal. On to point 2, acidosis. Ketosis is not ketoacidosis, okay? Now, in order to get ketoacidosis, you have to be a type 1 diabetic on the usual dosage of your medicine. Now, when a doctor is putting a diabetic, a type 1, onto a ketogenic diet, the first thing they have to do is say, decrease your dosages by around half. That's the first thing. Because you can't take your normal dosage and do a ketogenic diet. It won't do you any good at all. You'll have ketoacidosis in the heartbeat. Okay, now, yes, it's ketones, but we're talking apples and elephants, or if you prefer, mice and elephants. Ketosis as a normal thing that you go into every night when you have to go to sleep and you've burned up all your glycogen before you wake up. The reason you're not dead in the morning is because ketosis is keeping you alive. Ah, didn't know it. Well, you're burning some fat when you sleep. It's part of the reason why you weigh less when you wake up. Anyway, ketosis occurs with ketones at, say, 3 to 5 millimoles per liter. Ketoacidosis, however, in type 1 type of diabetics, your ketones are at 30 or 40 or 50 millimoles per liter. That's magnitudes greater. And if you're not a type 1 diabetic, you don't have to worry about it. So cut it out. Next, kidney stones. And he cites a study this time. Problem is, you're not a medicated, autistic, ADHD-driven child on medication who happened to be, at the time of the study, they did look at this, they were severely dehydrated. So, yeah. As long as you stay suitably hydrated, not too much, not too little, you'll be fine. God, I swear, you guys will come up with anything. Now, this next one, constipation. Due to a lack of fiber. However, I will inform you, based upon the latest research done, turns out fiber isn't all it's cracked up to be. And in fact, too much is worse than having too little. As long as you stay properly hydrated after adaptation and you've gotten rid of the carbs and you've made your salt where it needs to be, you'll be fine. You'll have easy rabbit pellets, basically, in small amounts, because you're not going to be eating as much. Because fat satisfies. Meat fulfills. There you go. You got it. So, forget it. There might be a little issue during adaptation, so drink your broth. Nutrient, I love this one. Nutrient deficiencies. Wrong again. Okay. Carbs are not essential to good health. No matter what they are, carbs are not essential to good health. Your body will make all the carbohydrate, sugar, glucose, sucrose, that you need. And it will control that level right to the final dot. It doesn't need your help, in other words. All right. However, I will remind you that 10% of your daily caloric expenditure is supposed to be met by 10% with non-starchy and low glycemic fruits and vegetables. No roots, no tubers, nothing that even resembles a corn stalk. Okay? No grains, no pastas. Come on, cut it out. Okay? None of that. Besides, you're assuming meats and fats are not packed full of nutrition. Why do you think they're called nutrient-dense? They are nutrient-dense foods. Beef has vitamin C in it. Not a lot, but it's got it in it. Good heavens, people. Get silly. Get silly, skinny, and happy. Solve your autoimmune. Solve your emotions. Solve everything, practically. Because your body's all inflamed and you're all stressed out. Don't worry about these supposed dangers. So long as you adjust your salt and drink your fluids to the proper amount, A-okay. No problem whatsoever. Have as much caffeine as you want. In fact, as a monthly treat, you can even have wine and dark chocolate on keto and you'll be okay. So yes. Now, any further questions on this topic? Well, let's not hear any more of this nonsense about cancer this, cancer that. Oh, Lord. Epidemiological studies are worthless. No. Sorry. You can't use them. If it's not a random controlled trial, and if you can't show the mechanism by which certain things occur, such as, you've got to be able to show the mechanism of how this works. You have to be able to show how the Krebs cycle, how, A1 alpha, how, C-peptide, all the rest of these things. You have to be able to show the biochemical steps whereupon X goes to Y if you want to show causation. So, if it's an epidemiological study, and if it's a mega epidemiological study where they just gathered up all the epidemiology and then played around with the numbers, forget it. No, 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 no. It's on the bottom of the heap when it comes to reliability and scientific data. So no, I'm sorry. None of these supposed dangers are in fact dangers. So be keto, be happy, like, share, and subscribe, and please come again.